People! It's time! I don't know what time it is. Actually, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm going to get the garage ready to work on the Suburban. So, I did a terrible job at cleaning up last night. Normally, I like to be all cleaned up. So, I'm not. So that's what I'm going to do. And the first thing I'm going to do is bring the Suburban in. I did sweep off the lift and swept underneath it. But I'm going to bring both cars out because what we're doing today is going to be a mess. So, the project today is to fix the air conditioning system. Unfortunately, in order to fix the air conditioning system, I have to remove the AC evaporator and replace it. That's unfortunate because it is in this little black box. And in order to get at that little black box, which goes all the way up to here and all the way over to there, I have to remove the entire dashboard. So, let's get started. Alright, so I got the Suburban inside. Now, in order to remove the dash easily, I'm going to remove the front seats and that center console. Because the steering wheel has to be either removed or dropped down, and this will drop down a lot better. And so that I have plenty of room to work. So often in my life, I've set out on a project and I've tried to cut corners as far as cleaning up or preparing goes, and it makes the job 10 times more difficult. So I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to start by removing the seats. But before I do that, I'm going to remove this car and I'm going to remove the MG so that I have plenty of room on either side to put seats and parts and stuff. And I may think about kind of cleaning this up. So it'll only take me 10 minutes, but it'll have it'll have a good effect. I don't know what the word was that I was looking for. It will be good. So that's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to drink some coffee. Now I'm going to start. Step number 1, get in the right mindset. So, I am going to try to release all expectations that I'm going to get this done. Maybe just that step, just cleaning up the garage, that's all I need to do today. Obviously that's not what I'm going to do. First thing I need to do is remove the seats. So I'm going to start there. These panels come off, those bolts come out. What is this thing? Oh yeah, that's the part Suburban amplifier. So I'm gonna remove the seats and then I'm gonna see where I'm at from there. Although I think I'm gonna sweep this floor out. So yeah. It always helps having a clean space to be in. So now I'm going to remove the seats. Oh, you can't really see, can you? Yeah. Anyway, 15mm bolts. Remove all 4. Slide the seat all the way forward and you can access the bolt in the rear. Remove the Phillips screws and that'll remove this side cover. With the side cover removed, you can get at these bolts. Now we're going to disconnect our power cable for our seat there's a button here. If you press that button, this releases it. And then, if you're lucky, remove your seat. You can either put the bolts back in the holes, but I'm going to work in here, so I don't want to be tripping over them. So I'm just going to take them all out, put them with the chair. You're going to take out the center console. To do that, you got to remove your CD holder, whatever those are, and the center console that goes here. You get to find out all the stuff that you lost. And then you take out those two screws, and I imagine there's two under this side as well that I haven't found yet. So, oh, no way, that's it? Alright, so maybe there aren't two screws in the back, or, oh, look at that. Maybe you can't see that. So there's a little bracket that it sits on. And stand by. There. One console. So yeah, there's a bracket that it slides into in the back. Looks like this one was disconnected, so we'll fix that. Clean out all the trash from who knows when, and take the passenger seat out. Alright, in order to remove your glove box, drop it down and you'll see a little rubber foot. And if you just push the glove box to the side, like so, it'll clear that rubber foot, and then the whole thing unhinges. See these little hooks. To remove the passenger seat, do the same thing you did on the driver's side. 2 bolts on the inside, 2 bolts on the outside. Phillips to remove your plastic cover. And ignore this. I'll show you what this is later. Best tools for your garage. Number whatever. This thing. So this is a little doohickey that you can put into your drill, impact, what have you. And you can put a socket on it. So awesome. Don't not buy one of those. So it's just a that. Maybe you could see it better if I did this. Yeah, get yourself one of those. Best tools for your garage. The Baco LED work light. This thing has a little magnet on the back, which allows me to put it there. It's also got a magnet on the top if I wanted to put it there. It has a flashlight end, which I don't really use that often because it's not as bright as this. But it lights surfaces really well, and I've been really happy with it. So it's rechargeable instead of having batteries. So yeah, this is a Baco SLR 2166. I did a lot of research on this, and this is the one that I found has the best specs for the money. It's got flattened spots here. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like it actually go where it's light out. So it has some flattened spots, so when you set it down, it doesn't roll around on you. It had a hook on the top. I don't really know where the hook went. I think I lost it. Anyway, get yourself one of these. They're pretty awesome. Then, once you've removed all your bolts, disconnect your cord if it's connected. Remove your seat. Now, I have room to work. It's pretty awesome. I can also clean this up a bit. So, the deal with this is that there was some cellular device under here. And if I can find out where these wires go, I could apply power to them, which would then allow me to have a powered seat. So, next step, get some decent lighting in here. Now I can actually see what I'm doing the whole time. You know? If I had another one, I'd put it in here too, get it nice and bright. I have some halogen lights, work lights, but honestly, with a halogen work light, you put your hand up and there's a shadow behind it. But this light, there's no shadow because it kind of bounces off everything. So, yeah. So, dash removal. Alright, one thing I decided to do was get myself a tray to hold all my tools so that they're not, you know, in the shadows here. It's kind of dark in some spots, so this way I'll just put my tools back in this thing and I'll find them again. I'm going to move that little bracket so I can clean under it. Oh my god, that is so much nicer. I'm doing it by hand. Sweet. I can put my bolts in there too. I don't mind mixing up the bolts and the tools. Cool. Now I can clean under that. Also lets my tray come farther back. So yeah, tools in the tray.